Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. I'm Saral Nashir with you today. I hope you all are doing good and I'm audible and visible to each one of you. Can you please just confirm once, is everything fine? After that, we shall start with our class today. So once again, a good afternoon to all of you. Very good afternoon, guys. So what are we going to discuss in this class? It's a class primarily for the people who are appearing for CAT 2024, right? So we have been taking a lot many sessions on CAT 2023 nowadays, and we are taking some CAT crash course and every other thing as well. You must have seen that on our channel. But of course, when we talk about CAT 24, the preparation for that also starts now. Rather, I would say that you would be late if you start now. There are many people who have already started. I recently took a class in the third batch of CAT 2024 day before yesterday. For me, it was the third batch here that I'm taking for CAT 2024. That means there are so many people who have already started with their preparations here. Okay. So therefore, I am saying it's a good time if you are preparing for CAT 2024 because there are many students who would have appeared for CAT in during the final year, and they must be like, okay, we just appeared for it. That if we get a good college, okay. Otherwise, we'll prepare for a year, and after that, we will again give the exam. So this year's exam is just for our you can say practice purpose. So now I'm going to talk about CAT 24 from that perspective only. That what all should you do to get a good score in your CAT 2024. Hello Yashmatpal, hello Srishti, good afternoon guys. Can you all please confirm once, is everything fine, audible, visible? Though I am assuming everything is fine. Looks to me that everything is okay, but still, whenever you have a doubt, just let me know so that I can change that. Okay. So today's session is about the LRDI strategy. What should it be for CAT 2024? That's what we are going to discuss in this now. Now, when I talk about LRDI, I feel that mostly people tell us that students tell us that this is the most difficult area that we see. Sometimes they say quantitative ability is most difficult. Some people say LRDI. A very few of them I say that generally they say that verbal ability is tough. These two areas people find tough. Okay? Especially LRDI, the reason is in quantitative ability, still there is a syllabus. I can tell you, do arithmetic, do algebra, do these topics more. There are a lot many questions on these topics would be there, but nothing like that about LRDI, I can say. LRDI is something which is purely reasoning based. You have to improve your reasoning. There are no specific topics by doing which you can say that, okay, I have done these topics. On these topics, one set or two set would definitely appear. So therefore, I would be able to do good there once I have done these topics. No, as I said, it's purely reasoning based. It's not something that you can say which is related to these things, that okay, topic wise things can be done. That cannot be done. What all is to be done? In our today's session, we'll be talking about that. Plus, I'll be talking about a strategy as well. Along with that, we'll also be discussing a set from previous years of CAT to give you an idea that what kind of questions do appear in the CAT exam as well. Okay. So without any delay, let us start with this now. So first thing first, I'll talk about some of the CAT modalities first. Okay. First of all, when I talk about CAT 2024, CAT 2024, most probably I am Calcutta is going to conduct CAT 2024. On what basis I am saying this? Of course, on the patterns of the previous years. So every year a different IIM would be convening the CAT exam. So for example, this year IIM Lucknow is going to conduct the exam. Last year it was IIM Bangalore. Last to last year it was IIM Ahmedabad. So that ways there is an order in which go on, right? So if you look at the order of the 6 years before this, so you found that exactly the same order was used before that as well for the 6 years previous to that. So going by that order only, we can say I'm Calcutta is going to conduct CAT 2024 unless and until anything emergency situation comes, and it will be definitely conducted on 24th of November 2024. Here I would not say likely to be conducted, because for last many years CAT has always been conducted on the last Sunday of November. Whenever CAT has happened in a single day, it has happened on the last Sunday of November. So by that logic, we can say this year also it is going to be conducted next year on 24th of November. That is the last Sunday of November, and will be conducted in test centers spread across 155 test cities. These number of test cities might increase. Reason, I don't know how many of you read these news. Normally 2.5 lakh people used to appear for CAT exam every year. This year there is a record increase. We have 3.3 lakhs people appearing for CAT 2023. Not appearing, registered for. How many of them are going to appear, that we do not know. But 3,30,000 people have registered this year, which is a record increase, right? But from the students' perspective, it might be a little more competition, you can say. Okay. So, but till now you were competing against 2,50,000 people, and now you would be competing against 3,30,000 people. So, of course, that competition has increased, and therefore, the percentiles at which, right, you get a certain college, the equivalent scores of those percentiles are certainly going to increase a little bit. तो जहां पहले 99.2 पे कॉल आता था किसी पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज से, हो सकता है इस साल वो 99.4 पे आए. जो कॉलेज पहले 95 पे बुलाता था, हो सकता है वो इस साल 96 पे बुलाए. So that's a possibility that things might change a little bit according to that. Okay. Now, second thing, when I talk about the paper pattern, so CAT 2022 paper pattern we know currently. CAT 23 is yet to happen, तो उसके बारे में कुछ कह नहीं सकते. So CAT 2022's paper pattern is here on your screen. There were 24 questions in the first section, which is verbal ability and reading comprehension. 20 questions in the second section, which is DILR, and 22 questions in the third section, which is quantitative ability. Out of these questions, of course, there are some which are MCQs. MCQ is multiple choice questions, which have got options. And some questions are TITA questions. TITA means type in the answer, which we call as non-MCQ. There is no option there. So for every MCQ, for every right answer, you get +3, wrong answer, you get -1. But for TITA questions, for every right answer, you get +3. But for a wrong answer, you get 0. I mean, there is no negative marking in TITA questions. And there were 17 TITA questions in CAT 2022, which is approximately 1/4 of the total. Approximately 1/4 of the total. Each section was of 40 minutes. These things more or less are going to remain the same in 2024 as well, because about 2023 they are, I mean, apart from number of questions, everything else has already been told to us. Okay, CAT has told us that it is going to be a 2-hour exam. Each section would be of 40 minutes. These 3 sections would be there exactly in the same order. पहले VRC, फिर DILR, फिर QA, राइट आंसर +3, रॉन्ग आंसर -1, सब कुछ पता है. नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस नहीं पता है. सो देयर आर गुड पॉसिबिलिटीज नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर गोइंग टू बी इन दिस रेंज. सो व्हाट अबाउट 2024? 2024 में हम लोग कह रहे हैं वैसे ज्यादा चांसेस इसी बात के हैं कि 2022 वाला ही पेपर पैटर्न आएगा. बट still, going by the last few years, in the last 3 years the pattern has been like this, but there was a change before that. 22-21 का पैटर्न यही था, but 2020 में the number of questions were a little different. So therefore things would be more clear after 23, but currently we can say the number of questions is going to be between 66 and 76 in the CAT exam. VARC will have 24 to 26 questions, DILR will have 20 to 24 questions, and quantitative ability will have between 22 and 26 questions. Once again, the sectional time limit would be 40 minutes, right answer +3, wrong answer -1, and for non-MCQs, there are 0 negative marking, as I've told you before as well. This is our take about the paper pattern. Important is, what is a good score? So these are some of the scores from the last few years. I think for us, the most important would be the last 3 years only. The simple reason, before that, CAT used to be a 3-hour affair. But in the last 3 years, it has been a 2-hour affair. CAT 2023 is again going to be a 2-hour exam. And there are good chances that 2024 will also be a 2-hour exam only. Right? So CAT 2022, 198 marks, that is 66 questions. Before that, 66 questions. But 2020 had 76 questions. The number of questions were 10 more in 2020. And this table tells you at what score, what percentile was there in the last few years. CAT 2021 was slightly on the easier side with respect to 2022, and therefore you would see that equivalent scores for these percentiles were higher in 2021. Sometimes they are pretty high. यहाँ देखेंगे अगर आप तो काफी फर्क है, 14 मार्क्स का डिफरेंस तो काफी होता है. Here the difference is approximately 15 marks. That means 5 extra questions, whereas the total number of questions remained the same. But one thing is for sure, that approximately 50% of the paper can take you around 99 to 99.5 percentile in CAT. आधा पेपर अगर 50% मार्क्स ले आओगे तो 99% से ऊपर जाना इज ऑलमोस्ट श्योर. ये आपको हर साल दिखाई देगा एक्सेप्ट 2017 जहां पे पेपर बहुत ज्यादा आसान आ गया था. अदरवाइज तकरीबन ऐसा रहता है. और ये सब 3 आवर्स के एग्जाम थे तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा आपको नजदीक दिखाई देगा, बट जनरली 50% ऑफ द पेपर विल टेक यू अबव दैट 99 percentile in the CAT exam. Okay, and here I'm talking about the overall exam, not the DI section. Now we will come to our topic for today, that is the DILR section. First we'll have a proper analysis of DILR, and after that I will be giving you the figures for DILR as well. At what score, what kind of percentile can you expect? We will be talking about the strategy, and at the end I'll be discussing an actual set of DILR with all of you, which is from CAT. Yes, Aman Shah, I'll be talking about that as well, that what about DILR. So let's start with this. So first of all, in the last 6 years, when I just tried to research how many questions have appeared from DILR from different areas, this is the table that we have come up with. Reasoning based DI is the topic from which maximum number of sets have appeared. 10 is not the number of questions, 10 is the number of sets. Sometimes these sets are of 4 questions, sometimes of 5 questions, sometimes of 6 questions. So total 10 sets have appeared this till now on reasoning based DI. Matrix and grid have 7 sets. Matrix arrangement have 7 sets. Scheduling and matrix have got 6 sets. So that means this matrix thing is also working everywhere. Matrix and grid, matrix arrangement, scheduling matrix, they all are making approximately 20 sets for you based upon matrix. Venn diagram, that is also called set theory, had 7 sets. Unconventional hybrid games and tournaments, that has got 6 sets on that. Then we have mathematical, analytical reasoning, order and ranking, missing data, arithmetic caselet, logic based table. But इस पूरे पे ही आपको नजर आ रहा होगा that data interpretation is almost non-existent. Even if data interpretation is there, it is based upon reasoning based DI. Nowadays CAT is more shifted towards LR rather than DI. अगर आप कभी भी देखेंगे कैट के सेट्स में तो एलआर बहुत ज्यादा आता है डीआई के मुकाबले. एंड इट्स नॉट द स्टोरी ऑफ 2022 only. I am giving you the story of last 6 years. In last 6 years that has been happening. So if there are 4 sets in an LRDI section, generally not more than one would be from DI. There is a possibility that none is from DI, LRDI, sorry, DI. Similarly, if there are 5 sets, maximum 2 can be from DI. There are chances कि एक आ जाए, ऐसा भी हो सकता है एक भी ना आए. तो ये डिपेंड करता है, बट DI काफी कम पूछने लग गए हैं. LR is still on the higher side from the last few years. Even after making these 11 points, it was not complete. I had to make more. So roots and networks, Gantt chart, maxima, minima, concept, algebra, caselet, arithmetic based DI. Once again, if it is DI, it is arithmetic based DI. So many types, but still we had to make a type called miscellaneous, and this miscellaneous type has got more number of sets than the largest till now, which was reasoning based DI, जिस पर 10 sets आए थे. मिसलेनियस से 11 आ रहे हैं. मतलब सबसे ज्यादा सेट एलआरडीआई में वहां से आते हैं जिसके बारे में आप कुछ कह ही नहीं सकते कि अच्छा ये कौन से टॉपिक को बिलोंग करता है. बिकॉज एज आई सेड, LRDI nowadays have become purely reasoning. Just keep on working on this if you want to improve your LRDI. That's the only way through which you can improve your LRDI skills. Okay, everyone. So now when I talk about the level of difficulty, so this was about the type of questions from which areas they have appeared. Now I'm talking about the difficulty level. In the last 5 years, 6 years, I see if I just add them, there are 44 sets out of 75 sets which have been either easy or easy to moderate. That's a good around 60%. So around 60% of the questions have generally been either easy or moderate, right? Either easy or moderate, 60%. How good is that 60%? You must be thinking, sir, 60% to bahut zyada nahi hai, because 40% are the other types as well. Now, this 60%, even if you do these 60%, how much can you score in LRDI? I'll talk about that. Then you would understand what is the meaning of this 60%, how important is that. Actually, as I just discussed, metrics, reasoning based DI, Venn diagram and games and tournaments, अगर मैं इन्हीं चार टॉपिक को भी ऐड कर लूं, they make approximately 66.6% of the total DILR section, and one can easily do 8 to 12 questions out of 20 questions in LRDI. 8 to 12 questions बहुत मायने रखते हैं. What do we mean by 8 to 12 questions? Now I'll be talking about that as well. So if I look at the score versus percentile in the last few years, you would see LRDI was of 60 marks last year, 60 marks last to last year, and 72 marks the year before that. All 3 years it was of 40 minutes. A person who has done 50% here has got more than 99 percentile. 55% here have got 99 percentile. Similarly, here you see 30% have, around 33% have taken you to 95 percentile. Just 1/4 of the LRDI section will take you at 90 percentile. मतलब ये, अगर आप LRDI का 1/4 भी अगर कर लेते, ठीक है, इफ यू डू LRDI का even 1/4, तो भी you would be able to go straight away above 90% of the people. In other words, I can say 90% of the people cannot even do 1/4 of LRDI section. 1/4 भी नहीं कर पाते इतने सारे बच्चे, तो इसका मतलब आप समझ रहे हैं कि कितना स्कोर सफिशिएंट है LRDI के अंदर. और स्टोरी तकरीबन यही रहती है. अगर आप 2021 को भी देखें, LRDI वाज ऑन द इजियर साइड, बट स्टिल इट डिड नॉट गो टू मच ऑफ हाई. 29 की जगह 33 आ गया, 32 की जगह 38 आ गया. सो these two extra questions would have fetched you the same percentile in LRDI in 2021 as well. 2020 में पेपर फिर से थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट था, लेकिन वहां पे क्वेश्चंस भी 4 ज्यादा थे, तो उसकी वजह से आपको दिख रहा होगा स्कोर्स हल्के से ज्यादा है 2021 की बजाय. ओके, कैन यू आंसर माय QA सर? Aman, what is your QA? I mean, are you talking about any question or any QA question specifically? QA means exactly what? And what is your question? Just type in there. Okay, everyone, now let's talk about a study plan for LRDI. What all things are to be done. I have divided this preparation into 4 phases, right? The 4 phases are, first of all, you work on your basic concepts. Secondly, then you work upon your advanced concept. Third, then you do the practice thing. And lastly, you give a final push to that. So this is all that we are going to do or discuss now. So first thing first, as I tell you on the screen, the phase 1 is foundation and basic. This is the phase that you should be starting with now. What all is to be done here? पहले तो ये जानिए कि आपको क्या आता है और आप कहां खड़े हैं आज के टाइम पे. सो राइट अ डायग्नोस्टिक टेस्ट. जैसे डायग्नोस्टिक टेस्ट आपने देखे होंगे कई बार बॉडी के होते हैं, उसी तरीके से एग्जाम के लिए भी आप दे सकते हैं, थ्रू विच यू विल गेट टू नो what are you able to do, what are you not able to do, what are your strengths and weaknesses. You will get an idea. At least you will get to know that what does the paper check in a person and where am I with respect to that, right? This is the first thing. That's what I am calling as diagnostic test. Second thing is the concept clarity. Once you get to know that, okay, I know now, this is I know, this is I do not know, I am good here, I am bad here, ये सब जब पता लग जाएगा, उसके बाद you will go to the concept clarity part. Your next part would be, now I have to work upon my concept. क्या क्या आता है LRDI में, I'll be checking all those things, right? What are the fundamentals of it? What are the different types of it? How to do reasoning, where from I prepare it? So that all is important after that. And you can take help of BYJU'S exam prep app resources, where you can find these practice tests, and through that you can check where do you stand with respect to those. Okay. Third, section wise practice. Once the concept is clear, then you move on to the section wise practice. That means you will be doing some topic tests of, let's say, games and tournaments, some topic test of let's say linear arrangement, some topic test of set theory, ऐसा करके. But that daily practice is the must. इन सभी चीजों में जो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है दैट इज प्रैक्टिस, बिकॉज एलआरडीआई इज एक्चुअली प्योर प्रैक्टिस बेस्ड. 95% प्रैक्टिस इज देयर, और 5% आप ये मान के चलिए जहां पे सिर्फ कॉन्सेप्ट की बात आती है. मोस्टली इट इज प्रैक्टिस. तो आपको डेली प्रैक्टिस करनी है. व्हाट डू यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस? यू कैन स्टार्ट विद एनीथिंग which requires some reasoning. You can even start with these Sudoku puzzles, Sudoku, Kakuro puzzles, and all that appear in different newspapers. You can, download some app, जिस ऐप पे आपको कुछ चाहे, आपको लॉजिक की गेम्स ही मिल जाए जहां आप लॉजिक यूज कर रहे हो. किसी भी तरीके से डेली प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, चाहे गेम्स के थ्रू कीजिए, ठीक है. बट फिर ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ ठीक हम तो कैंडी क्रश खेलते हैं उससे हमारा लॉजिक इंप्रूव हो रहा है, उससे तो नहीं होगा. So please try to find out some apps which can improve your logic, through which you can do it. और आप सर्च मारोगे, जैसे ब्रेन डॉट्स करके एक मैं कभी खेला करता था, मुझे याद है. हालांकि वो इसके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है एलआरडीआई के लिए, लेकिन दिमाग तो लगता है उसमें, कुछ सोचते हैं आप, सोचने की आदत पड़ जाती है. एंड दैट मीन्स यू कैन फाइंड दी अदर एप्स एज वेल, जहां पे कभी कभी आपको मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, एंड देन योर रीजनिंग वुड बी कमिंग इन टू इफेक्ट. एक तरह से एक इंजन है जो अभी हमारा बंद पड़ा है, हमें उसको वर्किंग में लेके आना है. दैट्स द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ. सेकेंड पार्ट देन इज द इंटरमीडिएट लेवल. ठीक है, हम लोगों ने बिल्कुल बेसिक पे काम कर लिया. नाउ वी स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन इंटरमीडिएट लेवल. फॉर दैट वी स्टार्ट राइटिंग द मॉक टेस्ट्स एज वेल, द फुल लेंथ मॉक टेस्ट. ठीक है, एंड वी विल जस्ट ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द एनवायरमेंट which actually would be there in the actual exam as well. जैसा वहां पर होगा उसी तरह के environment में. The time management becomes very important as far as LRDI is concerned. Let me tell you, it's the most important point. रीजन बताता हूं. देखिए, क्वांट में वी गेट सिंगल क्वेश्चंस, राइट. इवन इन वीआरसी वी हैव मेनी सिंगलेट्स विच वी कैन लीव फॉर द एंड. अब आप एलआरडीआई मान के चलिए, you have spent 30 minutes on LRDI and you have, let us say, done one set or two sets. You are left with 10 minutes. There is a possibility those 10 minutes would go completely blank because you start doing a test, और आप करते, सॉरी, ए सेट, और आप करते जा रहे, जब तक वो पूरा नहीं होगा यू वुड नॉट बी एबल टू आंसर इवन ए सिंगल क्वेश्चन. तो या तो आप सारे इकट्ठे कर पाएंगे या फिर आप कुछ भी नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट इट वुड बिकम, है ना, कि या तो सारी चीजें हो जाएंगी या फिर कुछ भी नहीं होगा. So either you are at 0 or you are at 5 questions suddenly. So their time management becomes important, that when should I start with which kind of set. That becomes important for you in time management for LRDI. Aman Shah, you are posting something, but you are not posting your question. May I get your question, what you are asking me to do? Selective study, that means once you get to know that this is my strong area, this is my weak area, then you start working on your weak areas. जनरली हम लोग उल्टा करते हैं, जो हमारे स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया होते हैं ना उसी को करते रहते हैं. क्यों? अच्छा लगता है करना दिल को, कि हम सेम चीज करे जा रहे हैं, हमें आती है तो और बेहतर हो रही है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई लव टू प्ले क्रिकेट, आई कीप ऑन प्लेइंग क्रिकेट, आई नेवर प्ले फुटबॉल, राइट. बट आई एम नॉट थिंकिंग कि हो सकता है जहां मेरा टेस्ट हो रहा है वहां पे फुटबॉल का टेस्ट हो जाए, क्या पता वहां बैडमिंटन का टेस्ट हो. अगर मैं किसी इस तरह के टेस्ट में जा रहा हूं जहां पे किसी भी स्पोर्ट्स का टेस्ट हो सकता है. सो इट्स नॉट दैट व्हाट आई लव, इंपॉर्टेंट इज that I should be good at all of them, because anything can be asked to me in the exam. And this problem solving skill that you have to work upon by doing a different, I would say, level of questions from difficulty standards, right? कि आप कभी आसान क्वेश्चन भी करें, डिफिकल्ट भी करें, कभी थोड़ा मुश्किल, कभी थोड़ा आसान, हर तरह का क्वेश्चन जब आप करेंगे, so your problem solving skills would improve. That's what an intermediate level is. In DILR section, Aman, I am not able to understand your point. What are you are asking me? मतलब what do I answer here? पहले आपने लिखा for DILR, then you said in DILR. तो मुझे बताना क्या है, क्या क्वेश्चन है आपका. प्लीज आप क्वेश्चन पूरा लिखिए. व्हाट इज योर क्वेश्चन? थर्ड पार्ट ऑफ दिस इज एडवांस्ड प्रैक्टिस. सो बेसिक्स पे काम किया, इंटरमीडिएट लेवल पे काम किया, एंड नाउ वी आर वर्किंग अपॉन द एडवांस लेवल. व्हाट इज द एडवांस लेवल? एडवांस लेवल में अब हम लोग क्या क्या बात करने वाले हैं. एडवांस लेवल में हमने बात की, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इंटेंस मॉक्स, राइट. अब मुझे मॉक भी लिखने हैं बहुत मेहनत करके. आई हैव टू एनालाइज ऑल ऑफ दोज मॉक्स, दैट्स आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट. आई हैव टू लुक एट ऑल द काइंड ऑफ सेट्स विच आर अपीयरिंग, इजी, डिफिकल्ट, जैसे भी आ रहे हैं. आई हैव टू वर्क अपॉन माई स्ट्रेटेजी एज वेल. ये सारा कुछ आपका एडवांस प्रैक्टिस का पार्ट है. यू हैव टू रिवाइज ऑल योर कॉन्सेप्ट्स दैट यू हैव स्टडीड, एंड द प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर्स एज वेल। ये आपका कॉमन क्वेश्चन आएगा, सर कहां से करें हम लोग प्रिपरेशन? तो प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर्स आर द बेस्ट सोर्स फॉर दैट। यू कैन गो फॉर कैट प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर्स, you can go for Z previous year papers, IIFT as well, which is discontinued now, लेकिन पेपर तो अच्छे हैं ही ना। तो प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए सारे ही सोर्सेज आप लोगों के लिए बहुत अच्छे हैं। सो जस्ट गो थ्रू द प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर सो दैट यू विल गेट टू नो कि किस तरह के क्वेश्चन पहले पूछते हैं, प्लस you would also be able to do some good practice of all your areas. So that's also important. At the advanced level, revise your concepts, work upon previous year papers, उन पे काम कीजिए, and write a lot many mocks. That also becomes a very important point. The must focus topics, the topics two must cover in DLR section for CAT 23, seeing a month left. Aman Shah, I think I have discussed them in our today's session only, so you can watch it later on as well in the recorded format. मैंने बात की, आप पीछे जाके देखेंगे तो मैंने टॉपिक्स बताए हैं सारे कि कौन से टॉपिक ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है जिन पे 5-6 साल क्वेश्चंस आए हैं, बट ऐसा कुछ श्योर नहीं होता कैट में कि इन टॉपिक्स पे क्वेश्चन आएंगे ही आएंगे। वी कैन जस्ट से इन द लास्ट फ्यू इयर्स दिस हैज हैपेंड, सो बाय दैट लॉजिक इट हैज बिकम इंपॉर्टेंट। दो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इन द एक्चुअल एग्जाम, वो तो एग्जाम वाले दिन ही पता चल पाएगा। ठीक है जी, सो आई विल मूव ऑन टू द लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट नाउ, देन कम्स द फाइनल पुश। अब फाइनल पुश किस चीज का है? फाइनल पुश में क्या करोगे? ऑफ कोर्स मॉक टेस्ट अलोंग विद द एनालिसिस। ये हम लोगों ने काफी बार पहले भी बात की है कि अगर आप सिर्फ मॉक टेस्ट लिख रहे हैं, प्रॉपर एनालिसिस नहीं कर रहे हैं, मॉक टेस्ट आर यूजलेस फॉर यू। तो अगर आप चाहते हैं उसका प्रॉपर यूसेज हो तो वहां पे एनालिसिस कीजिए। एंड देन फाइन ट्यूनिंग इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट। फाइन ट्यूनिंग का मतलब एक तरह से गेटिंग योर स्ट्रेटजी इन प्लेस, व्हाट सूट्स मी द बेस्ट। मेरी एक्यूरेसी सही जा रही है कि गलत जा रही है, मैं कोई गलत सेट तो चूज नहीं कर रहा हूं, am I able to filter the right sets, my time management is good or bad? So all that you would be able to understand through that fine tuning only, which you have to start doing at this stage. So the mock cat analysis, mock cats are must, and then you have to do that fine tuning by making that strategy for you which suits you the most. This is all that you have to do to prepare well for your LRDI sections. And let's solve a set from previous year papers now. Just to give you an idea, I mean, I'm not going to do the complete set. आपको एक idea देना है बस. So here is a set on your screen that has appeared in previous year paper of CAT. क्या कह रहा है ये? Healthy Bites is a fast food joint serving 3 items: burgers, fries, and ice cream. It has 2 employees, Anish and Bani, who prepare the items ordered by the clients. Preparation time is 10 minutes for a burger, 2 minutes for an order of ice cream. So a burger can be prepared in 10 minutes and ice cream can be prepared in 2 minutes, he says. An employee can prepare only one of these items at a time. एक टाइम पे इनमें से एक ही आइटम प्रिपेयर होगा. The fries are prepared in an automatic fryer which can prepare up to 3 portions of fries at a time and takes 5 minutes irrespective of the number of portions. तो एक फ्रायर है हमारे पास, वो कह रहा है जिसमें 3 portions of fry एक टाइम पे बन जाती हैं and it takes 5 minutes, right? And it's an automatic fryer. The fryer does not need an employee to constantly attend to it, so we can ignore the time taken by an employee to start and stop the fryer. तो आपने चलाया है फ्रायर, बंद किया, उसमें जो टाइम लगा है वो नहीं जानना है, एम्प्लॉय नहीं चाहिए, बस अपना एक मशीन में डाला और चलता रहा. Now, an employee can be engaged in preparing other items while the frying is on. However, fries cannot be prepared in anticipation of future orders. इसका क्या मतलब है? तो आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि कल को ऑर्डर आएगा तो पहले से ही फ्राइज बना के रख लूं, वो आप नहीं कर सकते, ये वो बता रहा है. Healthy Bites wishes to serve the orders as early as possible. The individual items in any order are served as and when ready. However, the order is considered to be completely served only when all the items are served. तो किसी भी ऑर्डर में मान लीजिए किसी ने 4 आइटम्स ऑर्डर किए हैं, आपके पास जैसे ही वो कह रहे चीज आपके पास तैयार हो जाए आप सर्व कर दीजिए, लेकिन कंप्लीटली सर्व्ड ऑर्डर को तभी माना जाएगा व्हेन ऑल आइटम्स ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर आर सर्व. जब सारे सर्व कर दिए हों तभी आप उसको मानेंगे. ठीक है जी, नेक्स्ट. So now the table below gives the order of 3 clients and the times at which they placed their orders. ठीक है, तो पहला ऑर्डर आया 10 बजे इन चीजों का, दूसरा 10:05 पे, तीसरा 10:07 पे. Assume that only one client's order can be processed at any given time. So Anish और Bani cannot start preparing any order while a previous order is being prepared. जब तक पिछले वाला ऑर्डर चल रहा है वो कह रहा है आप अगले ऑर्डर पे काम नहीं करेंगे, आप उसी पे काम करते रहेंगे पहले वाले ऑर्डर पे. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एट व्हाट टाइम इज द ऑर्डर प्लेस्ड बाय क्लाइंट 1 कंप्लीटली सर्व्ड? तो क्लाइंट वन का ऑर्डर कब सर्व होगा? तो यहां पे आके मैं देखता हूं, क्लाइंट वन ने ऑर्डर दिया एक बर्गर का विच विल टेक 10 मिनट्स, portion of fries which will take 5 minutes, an order of ice cream which will take 2 minutes. So ultimately the complete order will be served when all items are served. So ice cream would be served at 10:02, fries will be served at 10:05, burger would be served at 10:10, और जैसे burger serve हो जाएगा all items would be served by then. So therefore 10:10 is the time at which the first client's complete order is served. So my answer for question number 1 is 10:10. ठीक है, फर्स्ट का आंसर आ गया ये। सेकंड पे आता हूं, assume that only one client's order can be processed at any given point of time. So Anish and Bani cannot start preparing a new order while a previous is being prepared. At what time is the order placed by client 3 completely served? तो client 3 का ऑर्डर कब सर्व होगा वो ये पूछ रहा है। अरे बाप रे, वो डेटा सारा पीछे है, मैं शायद इसमें डालना भूल गया हूं। क्लाइंट 3 का ऑर्डर कब सर्व होगा? क्लाइंट 1's ऑर्डर वुड बी सर्व्ड एट 10:10, ये तो हम लोगों ने अभी डिस्कस किया, इट विल बी सर्व्ड एट 10:10. At 10:10, you will start working on fries and ice cream for second order. Fries will take 5 minutes. Ice cream will take 2 minutes. So ice cream would be served at 10:12, but fries would be served at 10:15. So at 10:15, I would be able to say कि second client का order serve हुआ। उसके बाद थर्ड क्लाइंट के ऑर्डर पे आ गए, उसने एक बर्गर मांगा है विच इज 10 मिनट्स, पोर्शन ऑफ फ्राइज 5 मिनट्स, फ्राइज सर्व हो जाएंगे 10:20 पे, बट बर्गर सर्व होगा 10:25 पे। दिस इज द टाइम व्हेन the order of the third client would be completely served, and that 10:25 is your answer. Okay, but I'm sure you all can see that how easy these questions are. These kind of questions have been asked in CAT. Of course, there are two more questions on this set. At what time is order placed by client 2 completely served? जबकि यहां पे उसने बोल दिया है कि आप मल्टीपल ऑर्डर्स भी कर सकते हैं एक ही टाइम पे। दैट मीन्स व्हेन फॉर द फर्स्ट पर्सन बर्गर इज बीइंग प्रिपेयर्ड, फॉर द सेकंड पर्सन द आइसक्रीम हो गई 2 मिनट में खत्म, तो उसी टाइम पे आप सेकंड कस्टमर के लिए जो है ऑर्डर प्रिपेयर करना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। अब सेकंड क्लाइंट का ऑर्डर कितने पे आया था? आई थिंक 10:05 पे उसका ऑर्डर आया, 10:07 पे। उसने सिर्फ एक फ्राइज मांगी थी और एक आइसक्रीम मांगी थी। आइसक्रीम विल टेक 2 मिनट्स, फ्राइज विल टेक 5 मिनट्स, सो देयरफॉर हिज ऑर्डर वुड बी सर्व्ड एट 10:10। दैट मींस हिज ऑर्डर केम एट 10:05, फ्राइज हमने प्रिपेयर की और 10:10 पे उसका ऑर्डर सर्व हो गया। सो दैट मींस दीस क्वेश्चंस वर प्रीटी इजी, ओनली वन क्वेश्चन वाज स्लाइटली लेंथी, अदरवाइज सारे क्वेश्चन में ज्यादातर आसान ही थे। ठीक है, these are the kind of questions the exam is going to ask you in CAT. Okay, so that was all from my side. I am sure you have understood the point which I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, please go through this session again. If you have any further questions, you can always put them in the comment section as well. And you have now a wonderful opportunity to have a free trial access for our CAT BYJU'S exam prep program, where you can get a free access to a 3 days free trial access. Put up your mobile number on our app, download the app BYJU'S exam prep, right? वहां पे MBA सेलेक्ट करके और उसमें जाके अपना मोबाइल नंबर डालिए, स्टार्ट द ट्रायल एक्सेस, एंड यू कैन हैव द कंप्लीट एक्सेस टू ऑल आवर मटेरियल वीडियोस, सो दैट यू गेट an idea that what is our pedagogy, how do we teach, how well we teach, and after that you can enroll with us. You can also enroll with us for the test series of CAT 2023, which is currently active, where we all be providing you all of that which is written on this screen. These are our brilliant results from our last year's online classroom program. You can see the top 5 percentiles that you can see here, which is brilliant ones, right? You can also be a part of this if you join us for our comprehensive program. Also, from 27th of October, we are starting our last All India Open Mock CAT now. Okay, so do register for this now, because I've told you before as well that these are extremely important mock CATs, because they would be written throughout the nation by a lot many people, and you get a better picture about your performance. You will also get a video attempt by the IM alumni. You can identify your DDA strategy. You'll get the video solution of all the questions and a lot more. So therefore, this is very important for each one of you. Also, Vikrant sir would be there with you on 29th of October at 11 a.m. with the session How to Ace VARC in 12 months on the BYJU'S exam prep app now. It's a live and interactive workshop where you can ask him any kind of questions related to CAT as well. And he's a 100% percentiler in VARC. So therefore, I'm sure he is definitely going to help you well with all your questions. Okay, you can also find us on all these media handles, and that's all from my side, guys. Thank you very much. I'm sure this session was useful for you. We'll meet in some other session. Till then, bye bye and take care of yourself. Have a good day, guys.